The return of both early reviews and Steven Spielberg. Double win. Based on a Belgian comic book series and the first of a planned trilogy for the future, The Adventures of Tintin centers on this kid named Tintin, who is a very sharp-eyed detective who falls across his newest case in which he finds this replica of a ship called the Unicorn, which leads him to partnering up with Captain Haddock, played by motion capture acting legend Andy Serkis, to find the treasure before Saccharin, played by Daniel Craig, does. Now, I don't really know if I've expressed this before, but I am not really the biggest fan of motion capture animation. I know that Robert Zemeckis is the biggest name when it comes to those, but for some reason, anytime when I watch the movies that he does in motion capture, there's always something within the characters' faces where they just don't look real at some point. I don't know why, but it's just something that gets to me all the time. But I have to say, after watching The Adventures of Tintin, it is the first movie to definitely do it the right way, not only with just the acting and everything else, but also finally making them look believable. This movie has a slew of British actors, from Jamie Bell to Toby Jones to Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, which everyone in this movie does a really good job with their characters. However, if I had to pick a favorite, it would definitely be Andy Serkis, of course, because no one can really do these kinds of motion capture acting performances like he does. And he also gets to do physical comedy, which is something you haven't really seen him do much at all, and he nails it down pretty well. Steven Spielberg does a great job directing this movie, as he infuses it with a lot of Indiana Jones-esque action sequences, but also with a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean action sequences as well. And they're all constructed very well, especially one that happens in the first part of the third act of the film, in which it is done in one take, and I found that very cool because you don't really get to see an action sequence in an animated film done on one take. But you always leave it to Spielberg to do something like that. The animation was done by Peter Jackson's visual effects company, Weta Digital, and they definitely have done the best job of capturing the motion capture animation by making everything look very real, and all the settings, which are shot very well by Janusz Kaminski, Steven Spielberg's longtime cinematographer. There's a lot of great scope to a lot of these settings, and there's some very sweeping shots of several of the locations they go across in the film. Overall, I had a very fun time with The Adventures of Tintin. It's not really on Rango quality of being the best animated movie this year, because it didn't do anything that strong enough to be up to the rating of that, and that is why I'm giving The Adventures of Tintin a very strong 4 out of 5 stars. I had a very fun time with this movie, some really good action sequences, and just all around fun. It was thrilling from beginning to end. I wasn't really bored at all. Once again, as I said, it's not on the par with Rango because it went more far and beyond, but still, great family entertainment and actually really good 3D as well. So I hope you enjoyed my review of The Adventures of Tintin. I'll have my review of Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol up by Sunday or Monday, and expect a lot of reviews coming next week for a lot of the big releases like Dragon Tattoo and Warhorse. So in the meantime, Tower from Cali Reviews, and I'll see you guys later.